Listen, it's crucial that you take advice from this video. If you're 14, 15, 16, 17, you just found out that you was pregnant, listen to this video. Listen to this video, it's gonna help you out. I'm telling you. It ain't all peaches and cream how you think it is. Take my advice, y'all. What is up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in. As y'all can see by the title, today we're gonna be doing a teen mom advice video. I just felt like this video was necessary, being that a lot of teen moms was commenting on my videos and they were sharing their experience. I'm like, I got to do a teen mom advice video. Like, that will only be right. I better find your love, I better find your heart. First things first, and y'all not gonna like me when I say this. If you're pregnant right now and you're what, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I would definitely consider thinking about abortion or adoption. Now, if y'all watch my 14 and pregnant story time, then y'all already know. When my mama told me, when she even mentioned abortion or adoption, like, it broke my heart, because Bookie, did you abort or adopt me? Huh? And I say this because I was just fortunate enough that it worked out in my favor. Like, I would say if you're like somebody that does not have okay, say your mom is not in your life and you're pregnant and your dad's not in your life, you're living with your grandma's 90 years old, why would you bring a child into this life? Not saying that it's any better even if you do have the help, because you shouldn't put your child on your mother, but I'm just saying, you gotta take that in consideration. Also, don't be like in your head that you're gonna keep this baby because you're currently with the baby daddy and you want to be a big happy family. I'm telling you now, it's probably not gonna work out like that, especially being at that age. People come and go. Y'all probably don't want to hear that right now, but that's the honest truth, and I can say that from experience. You can ask your mama why she not with your daddy. Some stuff don't work. It's on rare occasions you have high school sweethearts and you know people that been together since high school, but that's on rare occasions. I've never gotten an abortion personally, but I know that there's ways around abortions where, like, of course, I know you're probably not gonna have that $500 to spend on an abortion. So I know there's ways that you can get discounts. I'm not sure all the ins and outs, like all the tea on that, because like I said, I never had one. But I'm pretty sure there's ways you can get abortions. You're just gonna have to call the clinics. Just look up abortions near me, do a little research, and then ask what kind of discounts or blah, blah, blah. Tell them your story and they might hook y'all up. Also, if you're someone that doesn't want to tell like your parent that you're pregnant and you're young, or you don't have anybody to take you to the abortion clinic, y'all know what I used to do? I would get on the Indigo. Get on your city bus. Would it cost you probably like, I don't know, I haven't rode the bus in so long, but it'll probably cost you a couple dollars to get to the clinic and back. Of course, you're gonna have to teach yourself how to ride the bus, but that's easy. I had to do it. I'm pretty sure you can learn just like everybody else. Okay, so the next topic, y'all, that I have is obviously how would you get the money for the abortion? So like I said, if you didn't watch my 14 and pregnant story time, then you wouldn't know. Make sure I go tune into that video after this one. I will always find ways to make money. Now, this is obviously just gonna be going for like 14, 15, 16-year-old, because when you're around that age, it's definitely hard to get employment, and I say that from experience. Like, I will always be filling out job applications when I was that age. They really don't be wanting to hire people unless they're desperate around that age. But by the time I was 16, that's when I got my first job at McDonald's. If you're trying to get a job, I recommend applying for McDonald's, because they gonna always hire teenagers. Like, that's all they be in there, and that's why I can't work at McDonald's no more, because I don't want to work around a bunch of kids. They get on my nerves. Anyways, obviously you just found out that you was pregnant and you're like, damn, a bitch ain't got no money. I would recommend doing baby, you gonna have to become a hustler. You're gonna have to look on YouTube ways that I can make money, obviously legal ways. So if you know how to cook, make some plates. If you know how to sew, you know how to make bracelets, you know how to design clothes, just advertise yourself. And at this like day and age, you can use social media. Like, it's a normal thing now. If you pop up trying to sell something, people ain't gonna look at you crazy like, what is she doing? Because it's a normal thing now. Now, back when I was 14, it wasn't so common, but it's people doing that now. Like, people know that if you go on social media, you're gonna be somebody's gonna be trying to sell you something. So like I said, there's a bunch of ways that you can make money to get this money for the abortion. You can try to apply for jobs. It's not like you can't get a job when you're 15. I actually feel like they hire more teenagers now than they did when I was trying to get a job. When you're 15, if I'm not mistaken, you can work at Dairy Queen. I think McDonald's started at 15. I really think it just all depends on where you live. You can cut grass. You can ask your family members to clean their house. You can ask your family members to fold their clean their laundry, do their laundry, iron their clothes. That's what I used to do. My uncle would want his house cleaned and his laundry ironed. So I would get money for that. I would walk around knocking on people's doors, cutting grass. You gotta do what you gotta do. Now, if you the type of female that's like, oh, I'm not doing that, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so the next category, y'all, we have is if you're a teen mom, obviously your body's gonna be like, what the is going on? You just now going through puberty, or I don't know how that works, but you might be still going through puberty. You have a baby growing. So just be aware that you're gonna go through a lot of body changes. Obviously, you're gonna get stretch marks. And to be honest, y'all, I feel like stretch marks honestly aren't something that you can prevent. I personally feel like it's in your genes. So if your mama got stretch marks, be prepared to have stretch marks. Like me, I'm not gonna show y'all my stomach, but I have stretch marks and I have loose skin. But I feel like ways that you can quote unquote prevent that is, a lot of people talk about the, what is it called? I don't know what brand it is. I'm gonna put it on the screen. It's a stretch mark cream. I would recommend that you moisturize your belly every day. You need to do your stomach, the sides, like this side over here. You need to get all that, the back of your back, inner thigh, because you're gonna have stretch marks right there, baby. I got them from the rooter to the tooth. No, just like I got them from top, bottom to top, top to bottom, everywhere. I've had them for 8 years, so they don't bother me. They're not like dark stretch marks. They're actually white stretch marks, so you can't really see them on my skin because I'm light skinned. To try to avoid stretch marks, y'all, and like having that postpartum body guilt.
Moisturize every day.
You're gonna thank yourself a lot after you had that baby and you moisturize, because I wish I would have did it. Because after I had my son, y'all, I was on YouTube how to get rid of stretch marks. I was trying creams, derma rolling, exfoliating, dry brushing, all of that. I feel like once they're there. So it's best to just try to prevent them versus trying to fade them and get rid of them. Also, people use bio oil. Yeah, just make sure you're exfoliating your skin, because why is I'm stretching out like this, Bookie? Also, my mama told me that, I don't know how true this is, but she said scratching gives you stretch marks, so try not to scratch your stomach. Loose skin, I feel like that's not something you can avoid. I feel like if it happens, it just happens. I know with my second pregnancy, I got, when I was 17, I got loose skin from my son Casey. After I had my first son at 15, my oldest boy, my stomach, I actually snapped back. It wasn't until my mama put me on birth control, I blew up like a blowfish. As far as the loose skin, it is what it is. It honestly, it's not that bad, y'all. I mean, obviously it's gonna take some adjusting. Like, I was skinny my whole life. Being this size is very much different, but I'm used to it now. So let's talk about birth control, y'all. My advice to you, obviously I'm not gonna tell y'all not to be on birth control, because if you plan on still doing the do and you don't want no more kids as a teenager, I would recommend birth control. But me personally, from personal experience, I don't recommend Depo. Y'all, it's like poison. Like it's I feel like I was getting rat poisoned when they would put that stuff in me. It's literally a needle with a needle this big, and they put it in your butt or your stomach. And every time they would do that to me, I just felt like I was getting poisoned. Like, I just couldn't. I had to get off of that. I don't know when I decided to stop going back, but my mama would have me go get the Depo shot every 3 months, and I literally blew up. I'm gonna show y'all pictures because it's sickening. I blew up, got really big, and my face broke out really bad from it. And so, like, when I got off and my body started to get used to not being on birth control, I slimmed back down. Obviously, it was harder for me to lose the weight, but I slimmed back down and my face didn't break out as much. So I have the patch. Let me show y'all what it is. So I don't hear a lot of people talk about the patch, which is weird because I like it. Okay, y'all see it? My doctor mentioned the patch to me. It felt like the best decision for me because, one, I know there's one that has to go up your hoo-ha, and there's one that you get inserted into your arm. No, ma'am. Or if not, you don't want to be on birth control, but you had a slip up. I know at my school, and obviously it depends on the school, but if you go to a school with a in-school nurse, a lot of the times they will have Plan Bs. They will have you take it like there. You can't like take it outside the nurse. You feel me? You can't be selling Plan Bs on campus. When I was in high school, y'all, we had an in-school nurse, and they would give us Plan Bs, and they didn't say nothing. Like, they was cool. They weren't like, well, what you need a Plan B for? What was you doing? Like, they went all up in your business. They gave you a Plan B and they got you up out of there. Because them nurses don't want to see no teenager walking around with big ass belly. They don't want to see that. Utilize your school nurse if you have one. If you do slip up, just go get you a Plan B. If y'all don't know what a Plan B is, the emergency contraceptive. And you have 72 hours to take it before it will no longer work, which is 3 days. It's best to take it like soon as y'all get done doing the do. And you, even if he tell you like he didn't slip up and you all good, go take a Plan B. If you had any raw type of anything, Plan B. Cause it's best to be safe. Cause one thing about it, I'm gonna pop a Plan B. And that's just that. Cause I don't play them games. them kids. Upon going into the store, just know a Plan B is $50. So either you gonna spend that 50 every time, or you gonna wrap it up, strap it up. Also, you can get some condoms from for your in-school nurse. You can get some free condoms from the clinic. You can get some free condoms from the doctor. They're gonna come in all types of colors. You get purple, green, pink, red. They got flavored condom. Get you some, cause we don't need no more kids after you pop that other one out. Don't be like me. Don't be pregnant at 14 and then 17. What in the ghetto? Like, why didn't you learn the first time? Take it from a vet, baby. We kind of got a little off topic, but also, y'all, make sure y'all are taking y'all prenatals. Not only are they healthy for you and your kid, they also are going to make your skin glow. They're gonna grow your hair and nails. Me personally, I didn't take my prenatals because I'm just not good with keeping up with taking pills, which is why I didn't have the birth control, what is it called? The birth control pill. Because I knew that wasn't gonna work out. You gotta be really like consistent and very like disciplined. Like, I gotta take this pill expedition. Like, it's just good for you. It's overall healthy for your body. They are big ass horse pills. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, and they're nasty, especially if you get the ones that are like the chalky, like mine were big like chalky brown pills, and when you put them in your mouth and they touched water, they were like, if you didn't because I struggled taking pills, y'all, for the longest. I don't struggle now, I'm a big girl now. They were like, when they would touch water, I would take so long to swallow the pill, so they would like disintegrate in my mouth, and like I would taste that chalky stuff on my tongue instantly in the garbage. I couldn't do it. So I would recommend getting prenatal gummies, but 9 times out of 10, if you get them prescribed, they're gonna be the prenatal big horse pills, like the hard ones. Probably will have to buy the gummy ones. I don't know, I could be wrong. I haven't had no kid in going on 4 years, so I don't know what they got going on now. But next category we have is resources. So obviously, if you're 14 and pregnant, or you're 15 and pregnant, you probably don't have a lot of money going for yourself. If you're not a fortunate person like any typical human being, if you didn't get a lump sum of money from your family, or you're not born into a rich family, you're probably going to struggle with this kid. So I would definitely recommend using your resources. Now, if you're not sure what these resources are, I would first start off with going on Google. Look up resources for young moms, resources for teen moms, and see what pops up. If you really want the help, you're going to do your research, and I would definitely recommend. Me, I didn't have to do any research because my mama helped me out, which I'm grateful for. But they have programs like WIC. WIC is Women, Infant, and Children, and it's basically where you go to your appointment. It's almost like a mini doctor's appointment. They're gonna just ask you a bunch of questions. They're gonna have you provide them with whatever whatever paperwork that they need, and you're gonna give it to them. All you have to do is come in person, and they usually just check your baby's weight. I haven't been to a WIC appointment in so long, y'all. I don't even know. They're gonna check your baby's weight and just ask you just random questions like, how many times do your baby eat? What do your baby like to eat? What do you feed your baby? How many times do your baby drink? How many bottles? Just stuff like that. Just being nosy. But yeah, if you're on WIC, y'all, you get free baby food. It depends on how old your kid is. Depends on how many cans of formula you get. Once your baby gets a certain amount, you get baby food. So you'll get less cans of formula when your baby starts eating baby food, because it'll be like half baby food, half cans. But when your baby is obviously strictly on milk, you'll get more cans of formula. So use your resources. Like I said, you get fruits and veggies, you get formula, you get baby foods, you get cereal, you get beans and peanut butter, just a whole bunch of other stuff, bread. Just get the stuff anyways. Like, a lot of the times I wouldn't eat half of the stuff, but I would still get it. Food stamps, I personally didn't have food stamps. I don't even get them now. But if you get like, if you emancipate yourself, or you get emancipated, I don't know if you can emancipate yourself, but if you're like no longer under your parents, you can sign up for food stamps under your name. You can get food stamps so you can feed you and your child. So I don't know if this is just an Indiana thing. I probably should have looked it up before I even mentioned it. But look up parenting classes near me, parenting programs near me. A lot of times you can do like certain classes, and they'll give you a free, you complete the class, they'll give you a coupon, or they'll give you a free pack and play. They'll give you, it just all depends on where you live and what the program is. But sometimes you can complete parenting classes and you can get free stuff. It could be a car seat, you never know what it could be, but it's obviously gonna be stuff you can need. I mean, stuff you can use. When I had my son, I was I would have this lady, I don't know what they call it, but somebody would come to my house like, I don't know, once every 2 weeks and basically sit with me and my son, and we would do like projects. We would go to the library, and when we would complete our visiting time, they would give me a babe coupon, and I used that babe coupon to go to the babe store, and they had diapers, wipes, pack and play. So it depends on how many you have. So like if you have 2 babe coupons, you could get maybe a pack of wipes. If you have 5 babe coupons, you could probably get a pack and play, a crib, a high chair. Stuff that it really came in handy. Like I would definitely recommend that, y'all, because also those people can write you like referrals to like Salvation Army and stuff like that, and they can give you referrals to go get free clothes, and they'll give you like a bag of free clothes, and obviously the clothes are going to be used. But I feel like when you young and you don't really have many resources, you can't really be too picky. And I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, that really came in handy. And so that's why when I have clothes, I give my clothes away to my sister, because I'm like, I think about how I got clothes for free, and that really helped me out. So like I give my boys old clothes to people, not just people, my sister, because she got 2 kids now. But like I feel like if you're gonna give away clothes, and I'm about to stop doing this, y'all, don't give it to Goodwill, because all they do is sell your stuff. Like, you mean to tell me you gonna give my free stuff and sell my stuff? That don't even make sense to me. That's the biggest scam on earth. So yeah, I'm about to stop messing with Goodwill. It just be right there, so it's convenient. When I want to get rid of something, I want to go now. So I'm just take it to Goodwill, because I'd rather give it to Goodwill than throw it away. But then it's like, why are you selling my stuff? You should be giving it away for free too. Like, this should just be a free store. But people be greedy, so I understand why they don't do it like that. But yeah, Salvation Army, and if you sign up for programs, y'all, like I said, when you like have your baby, talk to your nurse or your doctor about those type of resources, like how you can get into programs where you can get somebody to come out and sit with you and help you with your kid, and also somebody that can like help you with clothing and stuff like that. And this is a little hack or tip. I don't know if they do it anymore, but I'm still gonna tell y'all because it might come in handy. When I had my son, I didn't have him a car seat because I went into labor unexpected, and I just waited till last minute. But they gave me a car seat because obviously they're not gonna let you leave the hospital without a car seat. They're not gonna say you can't take your baby home because you don't have a car seat right now. They're not gonna do that to you. So if you go in there without a car seat, or you really just can't afford a car seat, don't buy a car seat. Tell the hospital that you don't have a car seat, and they'll give you a car seat. Just like that. The car seat gonna be new. It's gonna be up to date. So ways that I was getting my son stuff, y'all know I was 14. So when I was preparing for my son, y'all, obviously I didn't have all the money in the world to get my son new stuff. So what would I utilize? OfferUp, and at the time it was called Let Go, but they're in conjunction now. But also when I was 15, they didn't have Facebook Marketplace. So you can use Facebook Marketplace. You can get your baby cribs on there. I feel like, and this goes back to, you can't really be too picky. I feel like as long as it's in good condition, why not? Yes, it's used, but so what? Like, your baby really not even gonna sleep in that daggone crib. The crib that I bought y'all, he didn't even use it. And if I'm not mistaken, my mama still has that crib at her house. It's somewhere in a corner, taken down, because I don't know why it got taken down. But because he wasn't used it, and it was taking up space in my room. But yeah, the crib that I bought y'all, it had literally like a few bite marks. It looked like the baby, whose ever son or daughter it was previously, what typical babies do. It just looked like the baby was nibbling on it. It had a couple like scratches and paints and chip paints. But other than that, it was a nice looking crib. So I would definitely say, if you're a teen mom, go on Facebook Marketplace first. Go on OfferUp first and look up car seats and meet the people. I recommend meeting with somebody else so they don't try to know weird stuff, and meet them in public. Don't go to nobody's house. Don't meet nobody at dark time. Be smart. We got him like little bouncy, because y'all know them little bouncy toys they cost a lot. Like them little toys that you put your, yeah, them can be very expensive. So I would definitely recommend looking on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. And then when you do get the item, make sure you clean it really good, because you don't know where that thing been. But just clean it, disinfect it, and boom, you got you a brand new toy. The baby would never know that it was used. They're not gonna know that you got it from Facebook Marketplace. Utilize your resources. Be smart with your money. Now, if you're picky and you're like, I'm not getting none use for my baby, I want it to be new and fresh, I don't know what to tell you. You can't be too picky, mama. Okay, so next category we have is making money. So I would recommend, like I said earlier, I kind of already mentioned this, try your best to get a job. I don't care if you gotta fill out 17,552 applications. Fill them out. And also, you can call them. Now, some people will be rude, and like when you call them, we would have called you if he was interested. Some people can be like that, but it won't hurt to call y'all, because at the end of the day, you need the money. They don't care if you got a 1-month-old baby at home. They don't care. So just keep calling and checking and say, I'm calling to check on my application. That's literally all you have to say. Hey, I filled out a job application. I was interested in working. I'm calling. My name is Blase Blase Blase, and I'm interested in working. I'm calling to check on my application. That's it. That's all. They're gonna say, oh, first you need to say, can I speak to the hiring manager? Because you don't want no kid answer the phone and they be like, oh, I don't know what to tell you. Because a lot of people will just say stuff just to get you off the phone. So say, can I speak to the hiring manager? If they be like, oh, the hiring manager's not in, can I leave a message? Just say, okay, when will the hiring manager be in? Sometimes they can tell you, sometimes not. Try to speak to the hiring manager, because a lot of the times they'll say, I'll leave a message, but they won't really leave a message. And I know that because I've worked in fast food. They'll say they're gonna leave a message, or they're gonna write it on the, girl, they done threw that paper away and it's somewhere behind the desk. Somebody done stepped on that piece of paper 30 times and they got 6 footprints on it. Probably a chewed up piece of gum on it. Don't, just call again. Just call again. It ain't gonna hurt, just call again. You ain't got nothing better to do. Because if I'm not mistaken, you sitting at home with your baby with no job. You ain't got nothing better to do. So just call them people. If they get irritated, so what? Call them people. Also, another way, you can start a business. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but if you have a skill, start a business. I wish I would have started I don't have a business now, but I wish I would have been started a business. Like, I wish I would have been started doing hair, y'all. I've been learning how to do hair and makeup and nails. I started getting into nails when I was 11 years old. I started getting into makeup when I was probably like 14 years old. I've always been into everything cosmetology. I wish I would have started servicing people when I was younger. So if you have a skill, if you like to cook, if you like to fold, if you like to make jewelry, if you like to make slime, hell, if you like to beatbox, sell beats, I don't know, whatever you like to do, if you feel like you have a skill that you can make money off of, make money off your skill. That's the best thing you could do. Start a YouTube channel. If you're 14 and pregnant, start a YouTube channel. Do your research. If you start a YouTube channel about being a teen mom, I'm gonna give y'all the 5 videos that y'all need to do instantly as soon as making that channel. Number 1, how I found I was pregnant, story time. Boom. Number 2, how I told my parents I was pregnant, story time. Number 3, night routine with my baby. Morning routine with my baby. Taking my baby to school. Them is 5 good videos that I feel like will instantly blow up your channel if you do them. Now, YouTube is a tricky place to be. So if it don't work out, y'all, my first 14 and pregnant story time didn't blow up. It literally just, last month I did the story time again and it blew up. Like, you never know. It's all in God's plan though. It just all depends on how the algorithm is working with you. Make a YouTube channel. Make a TikTok. TikTok is definitely easier now. Make a TikTok. You can make money off of TikTok. There's so many ways. Get you one. You better get you one of them. It's a chicken salad. Okay, so advice on if you're going to school and you're pregnant. Obviously, be prepared for people to be staring at y'all. Like, I feel like that's inevitable. They're gonna stare because they're gonna be curious and people gonna be talking. And that's honestly something you have to mentally prepare yourself for, because there's ways around it. You can definitely do homeschool if you don't want to face that fear of going to school with the belly. But I feel like if you have a good group of friends, if you're well known in the school and you just know that people gonna judge you, but if you know that you have a support system in the school, like the teachers are like, oh, I'm here for you, your friends are like, I'm here for you, they got your back, it'll make it a lot easier. But I can know if you're the shy girl and you didn't talk to many people and you pop up pregnant, and it's just gonna be like, all eyes are gonna be you, because like, people gonna be looking at you like, just be prepared for that, y'all. I really don't have any advice on how to like get over the fear of going to school with your belly. Obviously, depending on how many months you are, you can wear a big sweater like me that I did for the longest. But once that stomach get big, I don't know. You just gonna have to thug it out. You'll get over it. I promise you will. Of course, those first couple of days is gonna be hell on earth. I feel like somebody punched you in your throat, but you did it. Like, you just gotta. Also, another set of advice, y'all, I would recommend talking to your counselor and trying to get cool with your counselor or your teachers, y'all, so they could try to help you out. I know in some places they have schools where you can take your baby to school with you, but also you can talk to your counselor and see if you can do online school, being that you have a baby and you might not have a babysitter. You might not even be able to afford a babysitter. You might not trust your kid and baby in daycare. I mean, so I would recommend talking to your counselor about homeschooling or online classes, something like that. And while we're talking about babysitting, as far as like daycare, you can apply for CCDF, which is childcare help. Obviously you will have to, depending on your qualifications, depending on whatever, you might have to pay some of it. You might not even have to pay any of it. Apply for CCDF. Obviously, if you're still going to school and you don't have no babysitter and you want to still go to school, that's gonna help you out a lot. I stopped going to school because I didn't have a babysitter. It didn't kick me in my ass, but I know that's not the case for everybody. So usually, typically when you don't go to school, you're not gonna pass your classes. That didn't happen with me, but I know a typical and average person, if you don't do your schoolwork, you're not gonna pass your classes. So I would recommend looking into CCDF, seeing what paperwork you need to provide, what you need to do to get CCDF so you can get your kid in daycare and you can still go to school. And then here's the last topic, y'all. Advice on balancing school and being a teen mom, and if you have a job. The only advice that I can give y'all is to literally just take it a day at a time, because I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's not gonna be hard, because that's not at all the case. It was very much hard for me. There was days, y'all, where I would just bawl my eyes out when I would come home from work, because I was so drained, I was so exhausted, and I just felt like I could never get a break. Because y'all, if you're in school and you're working and you're a mom, and in my case, and like any other person, as soon as you're getting off work, you go home, you get ready. As soon as you're getting home from school, it's about to be time for you to go to work. So you have like, if that, because in my case, y'all, I had to take the bus. So I didn't even have a split second to do homework. Because how the buses ran, I had to take the bus probably like an hour and a half prior to make it to work on time. Like, the only advice I can give you, because it's gonna be hard, you just gotta take a day at a time. Like, and you gotta talk to God. That's literally what I did, y'all. Bawling my eyes out, crying, but I'm still praying to God, and I'm just hoping that everything I was doing was gonna eventually work out in my favor, and it's eventually gonna make me a better person, and it was all going to be worth it. And I got this tattoo, y'all, because I was going through a lot. Like, this was my second tattoo that I got, and I just felt like God has been on my side for a long time now. And I got this tattoo. It says, "What we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory He will reveal to us later." And I got that because I was going through a lot. I would always come home from work, y'all, bawling my eyes out, just sitting there crying, and wouldn't nobody know. And I would be praying to God. I'm like, I just need a break. And at that time, y'all, my relationship with my mom was like it is now, and so I would always pray to Him to send me somebody who loved me and my son, and just give me a break. And I pray that all of this will be worth it, and that, you know, all of the other stuff, I don't want to get into and get too much into that, because that's another story for another day, y'all. I would just say, like I said, take it one day at a time, y'all. Use your resources. If you have family members, if you have sisters you can hand your baby to, give your baby to your brother, sister, cousin, mama, uncle, daddy, while you do your homework, or while you just take a shower. Have a mental brain reset. Just relax your mind. Like I say again, use your resources. Ask your counselor, can I do online classes, so you don't have to go to school? Maybe you could do some days at school, some days online, so it can just lift some of that heavy weight off y'all. Because I'm telling y'all now, it's not gonna be easy. I'm telling you that now. It's not peaches and cream. It's hard, and there's gonna be days you're gonna cry. It's gonna be days you want to take it out on your kid. It's gonna be days you want to take it out on your mama. It's gonna be days where you just feel like you can't catch a break. It's gonna be days where you want to leave this earth. Prepare yourself for that, though. I will say it does get easy, but at first it's extremely hard. And I can say, and I can't say that it's gonna get easy. It might never get easy for you. You might struggle with it for the rest of your life, depending on your situation. But yeah, y'all, I hope this helped a teen mom out, or somebody that's currently pregnant right now. If you're watching this video because you're trying to get pregnant at this age, no ma'am, I wouldn't recommend it. So wrap it up, strap it up. Don't have no kids. But if you just happen to slip up like me, you was being irresponsible, you was being young and dumb, I hope this helped you out, because this would have been a good video for me to watch when I was obviously watching videos like this on YouTube. Obviously, y'all, I was a teen mom, so I was watching teen moms, and which made me start this channel. But it ended up spiraling and not even being a teen mom channel. But we're getting back into the teen mom content because I told y'all we was bringing new content all 2024. And these sit down videos be my favorite, cause what? But if y'all made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Give me video ideas that y'all would like to see or videos I should do. Leave a comment down below on your experience if you are a teen mom, how it's been for you, or whatever you want to say. But if y'all made it to the end of the video, like I said, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, baby, peace.